லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். CNN7.
எங்கள் எல்லைக்குள் வந்து ஏன் மீன் பிடிக்கிறீர்கள் என கேள்வி எழுப்பியுள்ள இலங்கை பிரதமர் ரணில் விக்ரமசிங்கே எல்லைக்குள் நுழைந்தால் பிரச்சினை வருவதை தவிர்க்க முடியாது என எச்சரித்துள்ளார். அவருடன் எமது சிறப்பு செய்தியாளர் ஹரிஹரன் மேற்கொண்ட நேர்காணலை பார்க்கலாம்.
There are allegations of the Sri Lankan Navy shooting fishermen.
Around
600 Indian fishermen have been killed in the last many years.
No, not recently. I think even
until 2011. The last was in 2011.
2011, yeah. But part of that earlier was during the time of the war, and they felt some of them were actually involved in supplying the arms. But remember this, that as far as we are concerned, and even today the northern fishermen are shouting, why isn't the Navy defending us? There were fishermen who had written letters, so why aren't you use the Navy to shoot them? It's from the fishermen of the north. And we have a job explaining to them, look, these are territorial waters, but we still have to go and talk to India and sort it out. They know, we know. Yeah.
Maybe there are such requests. Do you deny the allegation that the Sri Lankan Navy has carried human rights violation against the Indian fishermen?
Sri Lankan Navy had to patrol it, and at some stages there was shooting of fishermen. At the height, when we asked fishermen to stop to prevent the flow of arms between India and Sri Lanka.
But is that justified, sir? Shooting fishermen of the neighboring country, a friendly neighbor?
It's not a question of that. It's at that time, LT2 was running arms. So whether it's Sri Lankan fishermen or Indian fishermen, they had to stop when the Navy asked them to stop. There also has been instance of the Sri Lankan Navy shooting innocent fishermen. We have not said no to it.
So that has happened?
Yeah, but there's also been the fact that they have been running arms, and some instance they had to shoot because they were poaching on Sri Lankan waters.
Poaching waters, can this be punished with shooting? Human rights violation?
Look, we have no Coast Guard. We only recently established a Coast Guard. But you remember, you asked me the first thing. You are trying to put the, I am asking, why are you coming into our waters? Why are you fishing in our waters? Stay on the Indian side. Then there will be no issue. No one will shoot anyone else. You stay on the Indian side and let our fishermen stay on the Sri Lankan side.
A lot of friendly...
We are quite... Otherwise, don't make accusations about human rights violation by the Navy. You came in there. You came in there.
A lot of friendly neighbors, lot of friendly neighbors have such fishing agreements, right, sir?
No, we have we have it. So you be on to that side, we be on this side.
We are friendly neighbors.
Why do you go and pick up those Italian sailors men? Yeah, what's the incident? You say you are friendly with Italy, so it show the same magnanimity to Italy that you want us to show to them.
They killed our fishermen, so yeah, we still following the course of law.
Look, if you want us to show that magnanimity to your fishermen, kindly show that same. India should show that magnanimity to the Indian.
But the attack was on the Indian side. No, so the Indian fishermen, the Italian marine shot our fishermen.
Look, you are taking away a livelihood of our northern fishermen.
But that can't justify taking lives, no, sir.
Look, you can't come. It's a right to this. Someone tries to break into my house, I can shoot. If he gets killed, the law allows me to do that. Look, on the fishermen's one, as far as I am concerned, I have a very, very strong line. This is our waters, and the fishermen of Jaffna should be allowed to fish. And I mean, we stopped them from fishing. That's why the Indian fishermen came in. They must be allowed, and they are willing to have a deal. Let's have a reasonable deal, but not at the expense of the income of the northern fishermen.
Our Sri Lanka is in the middle of a very interesting elections. But before that, let me start with the India-Sri Lanka relations. You and our Prime Minister Narendra Modi seem to share a very good relationship. You and him have met more frequently than many heads of states. What sort of relationship you share with our Prime Minister Modi?
Yes, we have spoken many times. I think we have very similar visions for our countries, which is what has made it possible for us to further strengthen our relations. I believe our relations will continue to grow in a number of areas.
Most recently, Modi and you met in the sidelines of SAARC summit. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, thanked you for the release of the Indian fishermen who were convicted and death sentenced by the Sri Lankan courts. This is seen as a goodwill gesture that will strengthen the ties between the two countries. Even the fishermen community appreciated your gesture. But still, the issue persists, the issue continues, the arrests continue, there are alleged attacks. How do you propose to solve this long-standing issue between the two countries?
When I met him, I thanked Prime Minister Modi for his foreign policy, actually. He has opened up his foreign policy to enable our two countries to have much stronger ties. That is what enabled me to take this decision, I would say. The fisherman problem is a humanitarian problem. This is how I saw it, from the day that is in 94, then 97, I became the Minister of Fisheries. I have gone to your country several times, visited your country, met some of your people, ministers, and requested them to release some of our boats at that time. So I always thought this humanitarian, because fish don't know about their borders. They just go up and down.
That is right, but there are allegations of attacks and the arrests continue.
I will deny it. We have nothing to do with any attacks. We won't do it. We have given clear instruction that we should not attack anybody. And that won't happen. These are all crop-up stories.
In spite of the much of development that has taken place in the north in terms of infrastructure, there is an allegation that the central government under you is not cooperating with the Northern Provincial Council. There is allegedly a parallel administration run by the governor, and the much expected shift from the center-oriented administration to the provincial-oriented administration doesn't seem to have come to pass. Do you deny this?
I deny it, completely deny it. They have the freedom to do anything they want. Unfortunately, they won't do it. They don't want to do it. They just blame us. They won't say that they are incapable of delivering what the people wants. But they just put the blame on us and the governor. That's all. I mean, if he wants, he can do it. We have nothing. I mean, when we send money to them, it is up to them to decide. The governor can't decide. The governor can only approve it. If they want to distribute the money without development, distribute money to some their own catchers, people will, the governor will not do that. He will say, don't do this. This is unfair and illegal, because finally they have to answer, the government servants, not the politicians. Politicians can always come and go, but the government servant is answerable to whatever they do. I mean, when after they go on pension, they will have to answer it. So, I mean, they are very careful. The first thing they wanted the governor and the secretary to be transferred out. She was there for a long time, and she is a Tamil who is from that area.
Should that not be a prerogative of the democratically elected chief minister?
Which one?
The transfer?
No, he can't. He can't do that under the constitution. If they went to, that is why I am appointing authority. I am the appointing authority. So I have to. When she was there, she's an experienced person, and at that time she was the only person who was eligible to be appointed to that post, a grade 1 officer, and she had experience. So she went to courts. Fortunately for the chief minister, they couldn't question my appointment. They requested them not to do this, because it's unfair, because government servants are government servants. They have no party. She is from there. She is born and bred in Jaffna. And they all know each other. This is all politics. You can't transfer people, government servants, like what? Here we have human rights, their rights, fundamental right. Government servants, they have their own rights. So, you can't just transfer people like that. He won't do it. We won't do it.
You talk about the development in the north. Just development would not do. Much more is needed.
Yeah. We have spent over 450 billion US dollars. We have, from the beginning, I mean, the bridges, the roads, electricity. There was no electricity at all there. Electricity 24 hours. Then water. We want to bring, now see, we want to give them water. There is a project. But the MPs are against it. The provincial council MPs are against it.
Why is that so?
I mean, they say, no, you can't do. So what else? You have to stop it. I mean, they are saying the water has to, we have to take the water from Kilinochchi, that is in the northern province itself, Kilinochchi to Jaffna. So the Kilinochchi politicians are against it. I mean, they were demonstrating and making big fuss over the whole thing. So the chief minister can't control them. And finally, who suffers? The people. We are not going there, no. We are staying here. But what about the people who are living in the, even the chief minister is from this area, so.
There is a perception in Tamil Nadu that your government, especially you, are anti-Tamil, you are against the Tamils of Sri Lanka.
How can I be an anti-Tamil? You better ask from the Tamil MPs, ministers who are in my cabinet. I can't go against Tamils because my niece is married to a Tamil from Jaffna. One. The other niece is married to a Muslim. From even that he's from Kandy, upcountry. So how can I do it? We have relations. This is a small country. Intermarriages among Tamil, the Muslims and the Sinhalese. So I always treat everybody alike because I'm the president of this country. I can't be taking sides of thinking about their religion or the caste or the race. So you can't do that. I won't do that. You can ask them. But the opposition is always trying to make take some votes from us or to keep the people away from us and throw mud at us. This is what happened.
Sri Lanka is in the middle of a very interesting elections. Somebody who served under you as a minister is now your opponent in the presidential elections. How confident are you about gaining power again?
Very much confident. Otherwise, I won't go for elections. We have 2 years more to go. I can go for another 2 years. But I sacrifice that 2 years to go for elections. So like in Japan, see, he also went to election and he had won by a 2/3 majority. So this is easy.
There is a united opposition. They call for the reform of the system. Madam Chandrika Kumaratunga, daughter of your party founder, is backing the opponent. There is a united opposition.
United opposition, who are the people? You can get to most of the parties other than the UNP, the main party. Now see, main party couldn't find a candidate. The leader of the opposition didn't want to contest. Why? The question is why? He didn't contest. He wanted somebody else. Now this is not the first time. This is the second time. Last time they put my army commander. So he contested. And the TNA, the Tamil Orient Party from Jaffna, supported him and opposed me. Right? And finally what happened? He lost. Now this time we took one of my secretary, party secretary. He was taken and they have given nomination to this man. So now see how bankrupt they are in politics. And actually UMP is the most, I would say, the biggest opposition party. then the other three parties or the individuals, they are individuals, I would say. They are not parties as such. They have few members, 2 or 3. That's all. They are all, they are not. That opposition is
So you're
just
confident
individual
that
now.
you will have the
See
edge?
yes, these all 3 had signed not a common agreement. The TNA signs another agreement. The UMP is trying another agreement. The Hello Romeo, the extreme right, extremist groups are signing.
You
another.
believe there is no unity in the opposition?
No, there is no unity. So they are one. They are all got together on one issue to abolish
Of the executive
presidents. That's
Madam
all.
Chandrika is backing.
But now they have changed.
Madam Chandrika is backing the opposition. She was your president.
Yeah.
Does that worry you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I welcome her. Because I'm fighting with her, of course. She had taken the lead, not the opposition leader. She's answering for everything, every questions. So she's an easy candidate.
She's the daughter of your party founder.
Quite right.
This does not worry you.
No, nothing at all.
Sri Lanka has a significant Tamil community that is of Indian origin. How has the community benefited under your administration? How do you think the community has benefited under your
I
administration?
think after we came to power, that we looked after them. Till then, they didn't look after them. They gave them to the companies to look after. Now I have started developing that area, given electricity. Now we are building houses, the roads. Earlier the companies should have done that, but they are not doing it. Therefore, we have already done that. We have given concrete roads to them, carpeted roads, good schools. Now everybody is going to school now. So the health facilities in those hospitals. So we have looked after them.
How confident are you about retaining the support of the Indian origin Tamils? Because some players have defected to the opposition.
So naturally, no. They always go here and there. But the main man is with me.
CWC, Mr. Arvugam Thondaman.
Arvugam Thondaman is with me.
So you're confident of retaining the support base that you enjoy among the Indian origin?
That's right, yes. More than last time. I would say more than last time.
It will not be dented anyway.
No.
How about gaining the support of the Tamils in the north? Because Tamils did not elect you in the recently held provincial elections.
No, I think they appreciate. They are educated people, I think most of them. So the youngsters will always think about the future. They have to think about the future. So I have a strong feeling I might get more than last time. Last time I didn't get over 20, I think about 18 to 20%. This time I might get about 35%.
Because your party did not enjoy their majority, did not get their votes in the Northern Provincial Council elections.
Last time.
Do you think this is going to be different this time around?
Yes. I purposely had kept that elections because my party didn't like it, or the MPs didn't like it at that time. They said too early. But I said, no, we must go for elections. And we knew jolly well that they get the 2/3, that I told them. They will get the 2/3, then only people will realize how it is easy to, from the opposition, they can always say various things, but when you give the responsibility, they can't deliver. I knew that they can't deliver.
You're the first head of the state to talk in Tamil in the United Nations.
Yes.
You have spoken in Tamil in elections, in public meetings.
Yeah.
But speaking in the United Nations, what message did you want to send? Was that just a symbolic gesture?
It's a gesture, I would say. But I want to learn Tamil. I'm learning Tamil. Still, I'm a student of Tamil. One of the leaders told me that you must speak in Sinhala, your mother tongue. Because now we have 3 official languages. That Tamil, the Sinhala is Tamil and English. So therefore, I thought that I must register that in the UN. So I spoke in all 3 languages. It is registered there because otherwise the Tamil would have been just sidelined. But we have a small community of Tamil. I mean, the population is smaller, but not like in India. Then, what I thought was, we all must know all 3 languages. Now we are trying to teach all the students 3 languages. That is English, Tamil and Sinhala, the main language. So they must know, because otherwise they will, when you speak in Tamil, then if I can't understand, I will always suspect you. If I speak in Sinhala, they will always suspect me. So it's much better to communicate each other. So the best thing is that we must learn each other's language. So this is what I have told my people. I want to lead, I want to give show the road to our people, the Sinhalese. Now you must learn Tamil.
There is a perception that the regime under you, especially under you, is more China-centric when it comes to foreign policy than India-centric. Aren't you closer to Beijing more than Delhi?
No. India is my relation. China is my friend. So Chinese had been there for a long time.
Fight is common among the relatives.
But my problem is I must develop my country. I have given that pledge to the all the prime ministers, the presidents, then the prime ministers, the leaders, because my soil is not going to, I will not allow anybody to use my soil against my friends and my neighbors. That will not happen in Sri Lanka till I am there.
But certain incidents concern us, in fact, they perturb us. For instance, Chinese warships were allowed to dock in your ports.
No, but it was known to India before they left, because they informed them. Whenever they leave, if they are coming towards this side, they always inform the ambassador of that country, especially the India, and they inform them that we are going towards Middle East, and we are going to be there. So when at that time, close to President's visit, Chinese President came here, I can remember when the Prime Minister of India came here. We had about 7 warships around the country.
Reportedly, India expressed displeasure over this.
No, they didn't. They mentioned it. They mentioned, and they wanted to know that. First, I said any time that if any country wants to come and, when they go through, they want water, they want fuel, it is open to anybody. This is not the first time a warship had come to Sri Lanka.
My final question to you. There is mixed reaction about your administration in India. Some believe you have brought an end to a war, but you are aware of the major sentiments in Tamil Nadu. There is a general perception that you are anti-Tamils.
I would invite them to come to Sri Lanka because we would like to see, not to just to hear rumors and react. It's better to come and see how we are treating the Tamils. And இந்தியாவில் உள்ள தமிழ் பேசும் நண்பர்களுக்கு தமிழ் மொழியில் பேச விரும்புகிறேன். நான் பேசும் நாமளில் சில பிழைகள் இருக்கலாம். காரணம் நான் இன்னும் தமிழ் மாணவன். அன்பான நண்பர்களே, ஸ்ரீலங்காவுக்கும் இந்தியாவுக்கும் நீண்ட கால உறவு உண்டு. பிரதம மந்திரி மோடி அவர்களின் புதிய வெளிநாட்டு கொள்கை காரணமாக இந்த உறவு இன்னும் சக்தியாகி உள்ளது. ஆனாலும் சில சமயம் சில பிரச்சனைகள் வரலாம். அது சாதாரண சம்பவம். எமது உறவு மிகவும் உறுதியான உறவு. அதனால் நாம் எதையும் பேசி தீர்க்க முடியும். இலங்கை உங்கள் எல்லோருடைய மானசிலும் நெருக்கமாக உள்ளது. அது எனக்கு தெரியும். அதற்காக நான் உங்களுக்கு நன்றி சொல்கிறேன். நீங்கள் இங்கே வர வேண்டும். சமாதானத்தின் நன்மைகளை நேரில் பார்க்க வேண்டும். அதுதான் எனது விருப்பம்.
It's interesting your final message is in Tamil. Thank you so much. There are many other issues to cover. Hope to have a very detailed interview with you very shortly, very soon, Mr. President. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for it.